Mechanical hum in a minor key, the ghost of the hammer for you and me. A staccato pulse in the heavy dark, waiting for the flint to find a spark. Dumb Valley whispers in a sulfur breath, where the fire treated a cold gray death. Rows of the terraces and chimneys tall, a heavy duty against the wall. The molten orange in a dark cool space, reflecting the lines of a weathered face. But the tools are changing to a six-string soul, turning the iron into rock and roll. From the spark of the forge to the spark of the mind, leaving the soot and the shadows behind. The gear shifts up and the voltage climbs, keeping the step with the modern times. It is a steel city groove in the heavy air, a melody born on the factory stair. We are the children of the carbon and flame, playing the world like a different game. From the furnace roar to the basement light, the indie spirit is burning bright. So sighs a pulse like a cooling rod, it dance on the cobbles where the giants trod, and let trod echoes in a concrete hall, watching the empire rise and fall. Guitars and grease in a sharp edge wit, finding the gold in the bottom of the pit. It is a Sheffield sun in a stainless sky, looking the future right in the eye. From the spark of the forge to the spark of the mind, leaving the soot in the shadows behind. The gear shifts up and the voltage climbs, keeping the step with the modern times. It is a steel city groove in the heavy air, melody born on the factory stair. We are the children of the carbon and flame, playing the world like a different game. From the furnace roar to the basement light, the indie spirit is burning bright. Metallic clatter in a rhythm and flow, where the heat and the melodies go. Built on the 7 hills of the north, sending the alloyed anthems forth. It is stronger than stone and it is deeper than rust, the beauty we found in the industrial dust. You can't break the heart that was tempered in fire, caught in the loop of a silver wire. It is a steel city groove in the heavy air, melody born on the factory stair. We are the children of the carbon and flame, playing the world like a different game. From the furnace roar to the basement light, the indie spirit is burning bright. Iron ribbons burning bright in the Sheffield night, steel city groove.
Steady flap of the heavy weave, a rhythmic pulse in the shirt front sleeve. Low and thrum from the neighbor's fence, waiting for the clarity to commence. Heavy denim on a nylon wire, looking for the ghost of the solar fire. Dripping silver on the patio stone, a domestic rhythm for the heart alone. The sky is the ceiling of a dusty pearl, watch the white sheet banners all unfurl. A slow motion dance in a damp embrace, tracing the lines of a tired grace. The pegs are holding the memory tight against the weight of the coming night. A sudden shift in the pressure of the air, a silver static in the atmosphere. Waiting for the break in the linen sky, watching the velvet clouds go by. The patience of the cotton and the soul, waiting for the sun to make us whole. Just a ribbon snap in the garden breeze, bringing the heavy world to its knees. A row of ghosts in the suburban light, waiting for for the gray to turn to white. The scent of the soap and the cold wet wind, where the hope and the gravity begin. I watch the corner of a pillowcase, chasing the shadows at a frantic pace. One golden minute is all we need to plant the rhythm and to sow the seed. The pegs are holding the memory tight against the weight of the coming night. A sudden shift in the pressure of the air, a silver static in the atmosphere, waiting for the break in the linen sky, watching the velvet clouds go by. The patience of the cotton and the soul, waiting for the sun to make us whole. Just a rhythm snap in the garden breeze, bringing the heavy world to its knees, to its knees, to its knees. Yeah, funky bassline under the dripping line, counting the seconds of the borrowed shine. They say the forecast is a permanent rain, but we know the cycle of the joy and pain. It is an art to wait in the damp and the cold, for the story that the heat is never told. The steam will rise when the light hits the floor. I don't need the winter anymore. Waiting for the break in the linen sky, watching the velvet clouds go by. The patience of the cotton and the soul, waiting for the sun to make us whole. Just a rhythm snap in the garden breeze, bringing the heavy world to its knees, to its knees. Snap of the cotton's knees. Wait for the sun, the drying of the day has just begun. Linen skies fading gold, a story that the wind has always told. Wait for it, wait for it. Snap of the cotton. The scent of bitter and old polished wood, that chorus of voice and misunderstood. The brass rail is cold beneath my palm, in the center of this frantic charm. A glass of amber, a coaster's mark, chasing away the London dark. Every table has a secret to keep, while the city outside is falling asleep. It's a sonic wall of 1,000 lives, where the lonely soul rarely survives. I'm leaning into the warmth of the crowd, but the silence in me is getting too loud. The mahogany hum is a steady beat, a rhythm retreat from the rainy street. Everyone's laughing in a perfect key, but the melody doesn't belong to me. It's a social static, the beautiful noise of broken girls and the golden boys. I'm a guest in a house of a stranger's cheer, disappearing in the atmosphere. Old Jack's at the corner, nursing a pint. The neon open is flickering slight. The barmaid is dancing a practice routine, a cinematic flash on a smoky screen. There's a roar from the back at a near-miss goal, a momentary spark for a weary soul. I'm nodding along to a joke I didn't hear, just to feel like I'm actually here. It's a sonic wall of 1,000 lives, where the lonely soul rarely survives. I'm leaning into the warmth of the crowd, but the silence in me is getting too loud. And mahogany hum is a steady mahogany retreat from the rainy street. Everyone's laughing in a perfect key, but the melody doesn't belong to me. It's a social static, the beautiful noise of the broken girls and the golden boys. I'm a guest in a house of a stranger's cheer, disappearing in the atmosphere. Ice in a glass, a heavy clink, drowning the things I don't wanna think. The laughter is velvet, the lighting is low, but I'm just a ghost in the peripheral glow. Beautiful noise, mahogany hum, all around before I'm done. In the atmosphere, in the golden bird. Beautiful noise,
Metronomic click of the toaster spring, a low end pulse where the shadows cling. Steady kick on a linoleum floor before I head out through the heavy door. Whoa. A circle of dark on a white ceramic seat, the iron heart of the morning for me. It has lost its heat, but it kept its grit. The only part of the day that will fit. Greased, turning silver on the edge of the knife. The heavy fuel for a predictable life. Between the tea and the tabloid news, washing away the muted blues.
The city's a machine with a jagged tooth, chewing up the time and the rhythmic youth. But I have got an anchor in the belly deep.
Promises that the morning had to keep.
It is just cold black pudding and a heavy stare,
Building a wall against the empty air.
a little bit of iron for a soul of lead.
Turning the ghost into the daily bread.
In the middle of the grind and the office gray.
It is the only thing that is gonna save the day. Tie the laces tight and check the time. Searching for the reason in the rhythmic rhyme. The train is a hum and the sky is a blur. Everything is exactly the way we were, but I feel the weight of the darkness still. A solid ground and a stubborn will. No fancy filter and no silver spoon, just the salt and the blood of a Monday noon.
The city's a machine with a jagged tooth, chewing up the time and the rhythmic youth. But I've got an anchor in the belly deep.
Promises that the morning had to keep.
It's just cold black pudding and a heavy stare,
Building a wall against the empty air.
a little bit iron for a soul of lead.
Turning the ghost into the daily bread.
In the middle of the grind and the office gray.
It is the only thing that is gonna save the day.
Baseline through the morning mist, a rhythm truth that cannot be dismissed.
They say it is bitter, they say it is old, but it is the only story that has not been sold. Tempered in the pen and forged in the fire, a lo-fi spark for a high wide desire. Eat the shadows and find the light, getting ready for the quiet fight.
It is just cold black pudding and a heavy stare,
Building a wall against the empty air.
a little bit of iron for a soul of lead.
Turning the ghost into the daily bread.
In the middle of the grind and the office gray.
It is the only thing that is
Gonna save the day. Iron on the plate, iron in the bone, heading out the door, in the gray alone.
Cold black pudding,
Save the day and in the boat.
in the English way. Just keep chewing, keep moving.
Iron on the plate.
Keep moving. The curtains are thin as a paper excuse, and the sunlight is cutting like a ripping abuse. A copper plate taste and a head full of lead, tracing the blueprints of things that I said. The kettle is screaming a high-octane pitch, while the city wakes up with a nervous twitch. One heavy mug for the weight of the crime, buying a moment in borrowed time. The steam is a veil for the bloodshot eye, underneath the low and a chemical sky. Gravity's winning the morning war, between the ceiling and the kitchen floor. Oh, I'm drinking the end of a Monday morning, a bit of black mercy without any warning, drowning the static of a Saturday night in a dark rose velvet and a blinding light, erasing the blur and the velvet regret with
the liquid amnesia I haven't found yet. Wash away the ghosts and the Sunday debris. One cup of shadow for a version of me. I check the scent folder with a trembling thumb, while the pulse in my tempo starts to become a percussion section I didn't invite to the funeral march of a London night. The neon is gone and the silver is cold. The stories are weary and the secrets are old, but the caffeine is hitting like a silver train, cutting through the fog of a beautiful pain. The steam is a veil for the bloodshot eye, underneath the low and a chemical sky. Gravity's winning the morning war between the ceiling and the kitchen floor. Oh, I'm drinking the ink of a Monday morning, a bit of black mercy without any warning, drowning the static of a Saturday night in a dark rose velvet and a blinding light, erasing the blur and the velvet regret with a liquid amnesia I haven't found yet. Wash away the ghosts and the Sunday debris. One cup of shadow for a version of me. Heavy, the balance is wrong. The weekend was short, but the echo is long. No sugar, no milk, just a grit and a bone. Standing in the kitchen entirely alone. If I drink it all down till the ceramic is dry, will I remember the truth or a comfortable lie? Oh, I'm drinking the ink of a Monday morning, a bit of black mercy without any warning, drowning the static of a Saturday night in a dark rose velvet and a blinding light, erasing the blur and the velvet regret with the liquid amnesia I haven't found yet. Wash away the ghosts and the Sunday debris. One cup of shadow for a version of me. Black on black, no turning back. The Monday machine, keep it clean, just the coffee and the shame. Forget the night, forget the name. Liquid amnesia, fade to gray. Start the day, start the day. The windows weeping in a kitchen fog, the distant barking of a neighbor's dog, rosemary perfume in the heavy heat, warming up the soles of my winter feet. The tablecloth is linen white and old, a shield against the outside Sunday cold. Tarnished silver and the willow plate, everything is moving at a family weight. Past the salt and past the same old news, the comfortable ache of the bloodline blues, a gentle interrogation over steam and bone, the only sanctuary I've ever known. Oh, it's a Sunday roast and a golden tide underneath the heavy North London sky. The gravy anchor holding me in place, in the quiet map of a familiar face, wrapped in the warmth and the velvet strain of a love that's a blessing and a gentle change, and a gentle change. Yorkshire puddings rising like a prayer, while the local gossip fills the humid air. My brother's laughing at a joke from 10 years back, finding all the rhythm in the memories crack. The roast is tender and the carrot's sweet, a temporary truce on a residential street. We're anchored to the table by the weight of the past, in a beautiful routine that was built to last. Past the salt and past the same old news, the comfortable ache of the bloodline blues, a gentle interrogation over steam and bone, the only sanctuary I've ever known. Oh, it's a Sunday roast in a golden tide, underneath a heavy North London sky. The gravy anchor holding me in place, in the quiet map of a familiar face, wrapped in the warmth and the velvet strain of a love that's a blessing and a gentle change. Conversation and the family name, but as the marrow melts and the wine begins to flow, there's nowhere else in London that I'd rather go. The shackle is a sweater and the bond is a meal. It's the only thing that's ever really felt this real. Oh, it's a Sunday roast in a golden tide, underneath the heavy North London sky, the heavy North London sky. The gravy anchor holding me in place, holding me in the quiet map of a familiar face, wrapped in the warmth and the velvet strain of a love that's a blessing and a gentle change. Clear the plates, close the gates, Sunday roast to the ghost of the week, the peace we seek. Gravy anchor holding tight into the night, holding tight. A graphite sky over Waterloo, the same old heavy letting you. The city's wrapped in a woolen shroud, lost in the hum of a restless crowd. My coffee's cold and the news is grim, the light in the cafe's getting dim. Just another cycle of the gray and blue, looking for a spark to pull me through. Then the ceiling of the world begins to tear, a sudden movement in the static air. The iron clouds surrender to the sky as the heavy curtains start to fly. It's just a sliver of gold on a pavement stone, a message sent to the heart alone. A 5-minute summer in a winter street, making the rhythm of the city sweet. Everything glitters in a Midas touch. For a second it doesn't hurt so much, just a glitch in the gloom, a flash in the cold, living for a sliver of gold. Chrome of a passing car, like a fallen piece of a morning star. But what asphalt begins to burn, watching the tide of the feeling turn. The strangers look up with the squinting gaze, caught in the trap of a sudden blaze. A momentary truce with the pouring rain, a golden needle in a bed of pain. Then the ceiling as the heavy curtains start to fly. It's just a sliver of gold on a pavement stone, a message sent to the heart alone. A 5-minute summer in a winter street, making the rhythm of the city sweet. Everything glitters in a Midas touch. For a second it doesn't hurt so much, just a glitch in the gloom, a flash in the cold, living for a sliver of gold. I know the shadows are waiting to close. That's just the way that the London goes. But I'll keep the warmth in my coat today, even when the heavens turn back to gray. It only took a minute to change the view, to remember the sky is actually blue. Sliver of gold in the cold, before it fades through the shades. A golden fraction, keep the light, everything's bright. Sliver of gold. Headlights cutting through a charcoal mist, the silver needle on a rim list. The M4 stretching like a ribbon of lead, leaving the thunder in the rearview bed. The wipers are tired of the back and forth, turning the compass away from the north. Fuel in the tank and a ghost in the gear, chasing the horizon until it gets clear. The dashboard's glowing in a neon green, the fastest escape that the city has seen. Outrunning the shadows in the heavy set rain, breaking the cycle of the metropolitan. Drive until the sky turns into a flame, where the clouds don't even know our name. In search of the place where the sun won't sink, dancing on the edge of the golden brink, chasing the flare to the end of the line. The perpetual light is yours and mine. The rhythm of the tires on the asphalt bone, a cinematic flight into the unknown. The clouds are thinning to a paper-thin veil, leaving the ghost of a watery trail. I see the gold dripping over the hills, beyond the reach of the factory chills. The engine is humming a lo-fi song, where the minutes are short and the daylight is long. The dashboard's glowing in a neon green, the fastest escape that the city has seen. Outrunning the shadows and the heavy set rain, breaking the cycle of the metropolitan. Drive until the sky turns into a flame, where the clouds don't even know our name. In search of the place where the sun won't sink, dancing on the edge of the golden brink, chasing the flare to the end of the line. The perpetual light is yours and mine. Forget the map and forget the time, we're committing a beautiful solar crime, to steal the day from the grasp of the night and live forever in the center of the light. No more Slate and no more gray, just the endless reach of a Saturday. Drive until the sky turns into a flame, where the clouds don't even know our name. In search of the place where the sun won't sink, dancing on the edge of the golden brink, chasing a flare to the end of the line. The perpetual light is yours and mine. The radiator hums a tired song while the winter night was twice as long. A lacework frost on the Victorian paint, hide in the street and the Kensington rain. The world outside is a blurred out white, locked in the teeth of a frozen night. I'm wrapped in a blanket, watching the dawn before the patterns of the ice are gone. My breath is a cloud in the morning chill, while the rest of the house is perfectly still. I reach for the glass with a trembling trace to find the lines of a familiar face. Writing paper names on a window pane, a ghostly script in a crystalline frame. I spell out the heart that I used to know in the temporary silver of the London snow. But the heat of the room makes the letters weep, a secret the glass was unable to keep. One touch and you fade into droplets of light, vanish before the morning is bright. I watch the S and the A begin to slide, the gravity pulling, the feeling inside. The city is waking in shades of blue, but I'm still tracing the shadow of you. It's a fragile medium, water and air, a momentary answer to a silent prayer. Then the sun breaks through the chimney smoke, and the spell of the frost is finally broke. My breath is a cloud in the morning chill, while the rest of the house is perfectly still. I reach for the glass with a trembling trace to find the lines of a familiar face. Writing paper names on a window pane, a ghostly script in a crystalline frame. I spell out the heart that I used to know in the temporary silver of the London snow. But the heat of the room makes the letters weep, a secret the glass was unable to keep. One touch and you fade into droplets of light, vanish before the morning is bright. Maybe it's better that the ink doesn't stay, that the memories melt at the end of the day. If the glass stayed frozen, I'd never see clear that the world is moving, even if you're not here. Just a fingerprint smudge where a dream used to be, in the quiet space between the city and me. Vapour names, watching them slide, nowhere to hide. In the morning blue, the ghost of you, let it melt, let it go, in the silver glow. Vapour names. Brick Lane is wearing a suit today, scaffolding, chasing the ghosts away. Glass towers drinking up the sun, where the renegades used to run. The coffee's expensive, the rent is high, climbing up to a corporate sky. They scrub the bricks and they pave the square, but the scent of rebellion is in the air. They painted over the stand so hard, but they couldn't tear the soul apart. The ink is deep beneath the skin, waiting for the night to let us in. Yeah. Short ditches chain his face, but we're still stuck in the same old space. Dreams in technicolor spray, even if the walls turn gray. Keep the groove in the concrete, rhythm in the dusty street. The colors might fade, but the fire stays gold, a story that never gets old. Remember the nights in the damp garage, chasing a neon-lit mirage, with a silver can and a steady hand, making a mark they'd understand. Now it's all boutiques and designer shoes, singing the gentrification blues. But look in the alley behind the light, the wild identity's still in sight. They painted over the stand so hard, but they couldn't tear the soul apart. The ink is deep beneath the skin, waiting for the night to let us in. Short ditches chain its place, but we're still stuck in the same old spray. Dreams in Technicolor spray. Even if the walls turn gray, keep the groove in a concrete rhythm in the dusty street. The colors might fade, but the fire stays gold. A story that never gets old. Time is a brush that's moving fast, trying to bury the restless past. But if you look through the cracks in the stone, you'll find a kingdom we still own. Beyond the glass and the polished steel, everything we felt was real. Fire stays gold, Technicolor spray, never get old. In the concrete, in the rhythm, watch the walls breathe. Concrete canvas. The embankment's cold and the sky is bruised with all the colors that the city used. The tide is pulling at the muddy floor, dragging the static away from the shore. I've got a pocket full of heavy stones, polished smooth like old hollow bones. Each one a maybe, and each one a why, under the weight of the low-hanging sky. The currents don't care about the plans I've made or the prize for the games that I've already played. The sludge and the salt are a beautiful mess, offering a cure for the mental distress. Throw them in the Mercury River tonight, let the gray water wash away the light. Deep in the silt where the worries can't float, sink in the anchor and burn in the boat. The Thames is a witness, confession the heart couldn't say. Watch the circles as they widen and break, erasing the path of the choices I make. The London Bridge is a silhouette spine, dividing the dark from the thin silver line. It's not quite a cleansing, it's more of a trade, to leave all the ghosts in the watery shade. The rhythm is murky, the rhythm is deep, where the restless secrets finally sleep. The currents don't care about the plans I've made or the prize for the games that I've already played. The sludge and the salt are a beautiful mess, offering a cure for the mental distress. Throw them in the Mercury River tonight, let the gray water wash away the light. Deep in the silt where the worries can't float, sink in the anchor and burn in the boat. The Thames is a witness and the Thames is a grave, for every confession the heart couldn't say. Since the dawn of the crown, watching the kingdoms go up and go down. My little troubles are grains in the sand, slipping away from my trembling hand. Let the salt take the sting, let the river be king. Throw them in the Mercury River tonight, let the gray water wash away the light. Deep in the silt where the worries can't float, sink in the anchor and burn in the boat. The Thames is a witness, the Thames is a grave, for every confession the heart couldn't say. Let it flow, let it go, gray on gray, the London way, sinking deep, Mercury River.
tucked away in a velvet bag. The clock on the wall is starting to lag. The street lights are bleeding through the kitchen blind, leaving the rest of the world behind. I'm standing on the porcelain, white and cold, watching the shadows of the night unfold. The silence is heavy, the silence is wide, with nowhere for a restless mind to hide. And then a mechanical heart begins to wake, 𝐩𝐥𝐚𝐲𝐥𝐢𝐬𝐭 shudder for the soul to take. A low-end vibration, a synthetic sigh, under the weight of a graphite sky. It's the 3 a.m. pulse of the kitchen floor, a humming companion behind the door. The cooling coils and the liquid flow, the only rhythm that I really know. A white noise worship in the dead of night, bathed in a square of fluorescent light. Just me and the compressor, keeping the beat in the lonely center of a London street. The magnets are holding the memories tight in the sterile glow of a clinical light. A half-empty bottle and a lonely lime, frozen icons of a different time. The hum is a mantra, the hum is a ghost, the thing that understands my silence most. It's a steady frequency, a modern prayer, hanging in the stagnant midnight air. Then a mechanical heart begins to wake, every rhythm and shudder for the soul to take. A low-end vibration, a synthetic sigh, under the weight of a graphite sky. It's a 3 a.m. pulse of the kitchen floor, a humming companion behind the door. The cooling coils and the liquid flow, the only rhythm that I really know. A white noise worship in the dead of night, bathed in a square of fluorescent light. Just me and the compressor, keeping the beat in the lonely center of a London street. Golden fire while I'm tuning to this electric wire. The industrial lullaby, the cold intake, the secret language of the wide awake. It's a comfort in the vacuum, a sign of life, cutting through the quiet like a silver knife. 3 a.m. pulse, keep it cold, cold in the glow, liquid flow, just the hum. Static air on the central line, fluorescent hum and the scent of pine. Leaning back in the cushioned seat, avoiding eyes in the London heat. And the doors slide open wide, stood there on the other side. A sudden shift in the atmosphere, bringing everything into gear. Just a flash of a hazel spark, cutting through the tunnel dark. Magnetic pull in a rush of steel, wondering if the moment's real. Mind the gap between our lives before the heavy train arrives. 4 seconds of a perfect stare, then you vanish into air. Strangers in a rhythmic beat, destined evermore to meet. Ghostly traces on the glass, watching all the chances pass. A half smile formed on a painted lip. I felt the steady carriage dip. You held the rail with a steady hand, the only soul who'd understand. But the motor starts to whine and groan, leaving me to the great unknown. One last look as the pistons hiss, a cinematic near miss. Just a flash of a hazel spark, cutting through the tunnel dark. Magnetic pull in a rush of steel, wondering if the moment's real. Mind the gap between our lives before the heavy train arrives. 4 seconds of a perfect stare, then you vanish into air. Strangers in a rhythmic beat, destined evermore to meet. Ghostly traces on the glass, watching all the chances pass.
maybe in another life. Maybe in another life with the rhythm and the fight. But here the tiles are cold and gray, and the signal pulls away, going south while you go north. The cruel nature of the fall. I'm on the gap, vanish into where? To where? Into the dark. Never meet again, just a ghost on the line. Transit hearts. Ear flick click of the rusted latch, a jagged line and a wooden patch, steady pulse in the velvet lining, the hidden gears of a dark designing. It is a black-clad coffin for a six-string soul, with the battle scars of the rock and roll, a sun-bleached logo from a basement bar, back when we didn't have a getaway car. The Astoria's ghost in a faded blue, stuck next to a name that I barely knew. Layers of paper and a coat of dust, a map of the hunger and a map of the trust. The edges are curling like a tired lip, watch the history start to slip, but the glue is strong and the memory is deep, the kind of secrets that the hollows keep. It is a static geography of the sound, every venue where we shook the ground, the neon records of the nights we spent, wondering where all the magic went. In the peeling ink, in the jagged lines, I am reading the stars in the holy sign. Manchester rain on a Friday night, a yellow and square in the morning light. Glasgow screams in a font so bold, keeping the shivering heart from the cold. We did not need a camera to prove we were there, just the ringing in the ears and the static in the air, one on top of another like a technicolor skin, tracing the places where we actually been. The edges are curling like a tired lip, watch the history start to slip, but the glue is strong and the memory is deep, the kind of secrets that the hollows keep. It is a static geography of the sound, every venue where we shook the ground, the neon records of the nights we spent, wondering where all the magic went. In the peeling ink, in the jagged lines, I am reading the stars in the holy sign. The baseline slides through the sticky residue, a rhythm and pulse that is overdue. The handle is worn to the shape of my hand, a heavy reminder of a phantom band. If the wood could talk, it would sing the truth of the reckless waste of a melodic youth. Do not tear them off, let the layers stay, the only map that can find the way. It is a static geography of the sound, every venue where we shook the ground, the neon records of the nights we spent, wondering where all the magic went. In the peeling ink, in the jagged lines, I am reading the stars in the holy sign. Ooh, static geography, peeling back the years, the music in the glue, the history in the tears. Close the lid, set the stage, turning the final page in the static geography.
mist is settling on the strand. I'm walking with a heavy hand. The clouds are neither black nor white, just hanging in the midday light. It's not a storm, it's not a flood, just something moving through the blood. A dampness on my woolen coat, a quiet lump inside my throat. To reach for steel and nylon bone, or face the yelling sun alone. It's too persistent to ignore, but not enough to start a war. We're caught in the fine line rain, a subtle kind of social strain. Not wet enough to run for cover, not dry enough to call you lover. Just a drizzle on the window pane, driving both of us insane. In the gray between the yes and no, where the heavy waters never flow. You're shaking droplets from your hair with such a nonchalant despair. I look at you and wonder why we're staring at a static sky. 1 minute I should walk away, the next I'm begging you to stay. We're soaking in the atmosphere of everything that isn't clear. To reach for steel and nylon bone, or face the yelling sun alone. It's too persistent to ignore, but not enough to start a war. We're caught in the fine line rain, a subtle kind of social strain. Not wet enough to run for cover, not dry enough to call you lover. Just a drizzle on the window pane, driving both of us insane. In the gray between the yes and no, where the heavy waters never flow. Give me a thunderclap to break the spell, give me a drought so I can wish you well. But this humidity is just a ghost. The things we never say are what hurt the most. Just let it pour, let it clear. I'm drowning in the neither dear. Fine line rain in the gray, neither wet nor dry, just the mist in your eyes. Fine line, walking through the mizzle, never ends. Fine line rain. The blue light flickers in a silent flat, a lonely glass and a ghost of a chat. You spoke about this scene for 1,000 hours in a Soho bar under summer showers. I finally found the title on the list, a cinematic world that I'd always missed. The opening credits start to crawl against the shadows on the bedroom wall. I'm waiting for the line that made you cry underneath a digital London sky. Searching for the rhythm of your heart in a story where I have no part. Oh, it's an unshared frame, a solitary show, watching the colors that you used to know. Your favorite movie in the dead of night, bathed in the glow of a flickering light. I see the beauty that you try to explain through a heavy mist of a personal rain. A masterpiece for two, played for one, under a technicolor setting sun. Yeah. The protagonist walks down a rainy street with a rhythmic soul and a heavy beat. I find myself leaning to the empty space, looking for the light on your absent face. Did you laugh at the joke in the second act, or was it the silence that kept you intact? I'm learning the map of your inner design through a celluloid dream and a glass of wine. I'm waiting for the line that made you cry underneath the digital London sky. Searching for the rhythm of your heart in a story where I have no part. Oh, it's an unshared frame, a solitary show, watching the colors that you used to know. Your favorite movie in the dead of night, bathed in the glow of a flickering light. I see the beauty that you tried to explain through a heavy mist of a personal rain. A masterpiece for two, played for one, under a technicolor setting sun. finally see why you love the end. How the broken pieces begin to bend. I've got the words but I've lost the phone. The tragedy of understanding alone. The credits roll in a silent crawl, and I'm just a silhouette against the wall. Unshared frames, blue light glow. Now I know what you saw in the dark, solitary show, flickering light. Unshared frame, end of the reel. Low glow flickering against the sheets, a digital heart that barely beats. The corner screen is a thin crimson line, trading my hours for a sliver of time. I've got a confession on the tip of my thumb, feeling the weight of what I've become. The spinning wheel of a restless mind, leaving the safety of the dark behind. It's now or never in the lithium fade, terrified of the silence I've made. 1% on a midnight run, staring down the barrel of a digital gun. Do I hit send or let the spark die before the light leaves the blue of your eye? A frantic pulse in a dying frame. Everything changes when I say your name. 1% to lose it all. I've typed the words, then I hit delete. In this cold electric heat, the cursor is blinking like a warning sign. Will you be yours if I say you're mine? The black mirror is waiting to take the stage, turning the lock on a half-written page. The spinning wheel of a restless mind, leaving the safety of the dark behind. It's now or never in the lithium fade, terrified of the silence I've made. 1% on a midnight run, staring down the barrel of a digital gun. Do I hit send or let the spark die before the light leaves the blue of your eye? A frantic pulse in a dying frame. Everything changes when I say your name. 1% to lose it all. Cable inside and the room is still, chasing the rush and the ghost of a thrill. 10 seconds left, maybe 5, maybe 3. Are you the one who will rescue me? 1% on a midnight run, staring down the barrel of a digital gun. Do I hit send or let the spark die before the light leaves the blue of your eye? A frantic pulse in a dying frame. Everything changes when I say your name. 1% to lose it all. The screen is dimming me, the light is thinning, just a breath away from everything I couldn't say. 1-0 blackout. The screen is dimming, just a breath away from everything I couldn't say. Woo! Steady drip of the clouds on the red brick wall, a ripping pulse as the shadows crawl. Low and thrum of the northern line, turning the gloom into something divine. Wet slate rooftop stretching to the edge, a sparrow singing on a window
prison for the light to break. There is a beauty in the gray we make. Tread in the obsidian on Deansgate Square with the symphony of static in the cold damp air. The clouds are canvas for a deeper sound, a heavy velvet pinned against the ground. Wait for the reverb of the sudden storm, keeping the shivering spirit warm. Underneath the slate and silver sky, the melodies are born and the rhythms fly. Every raindrop is a snare on the street, a monochrome groove with a steady beat. We don't need the gold or the neon blue, the gray is the soul that pulls us through. And Austrian ghosts in the iron and the stone, music etched into the marrow of the bone. The Urwell flowing like a dark liquid base, reflecting the pride on a weathered face. From the Essien to the Southford Lane, there is a magic in the English rain. A lo-fi filter on a high-speed life, cutting through the silence like a jagged knife. The clouds are canvas for a deeper sound, a heavy velvet pinned against the ground. Wait for the reverb of the sudden storm, keeping the shivering spirit warm. Underneath the slate and silver sky, the melodies are born and the rhythms fly. Every raindrop is a snare on the street, a monochrome groove with a steady beat. We don't need the gold or the neon blue, the gray is the soul that pulls us through. Woo. They call it miserable, they call it cold, but they don't see the stories being told in the saturated light of a winter day, when the city has so much more to say. Let it pour, let it wash, let it ring. Listen to the song that the clouds can sing. Underneath the slate, under silver sky, the melodies are born and the rhythms fly. Every raindrop is a snare on the street, a monochrome groove with a steady beat. We don't need the gold or the neon blue, the gray is the soul that pulls us through. Slate and silver, the rhythm of the rain. Slate and silver, washing out the pain in the Manchester light, in the Manchester night. The gray is the soul, just let it fall, just let it fall. Marble echoes on a quiet floor, passing through the heavy wooden door. A curated silence in the air while the Dutch masters stop and stare. Trafalgar light in a dusty beam, falling on a Renaissance dream. We're walking slow through the history, solving every gilded mystery. The oil and the canvas start to fade in the masterpiece that we have made. I'm looking past the Turner sky to the stipple light inside your eye. It's a museum day, frame of mind, leaving the modern world behind. The portraits in the gilt-edged frames are whispering our secret names. I don't need the art upon the wall, shadows of a marble grace reflected in the contours of your face. Impressionistic colors start to run like a London city set in sun. You're explaining the chiaroscuro line, while I'm just glad that you are mine in this sanctuary of stone and ink, giving us the space to finally think. I'm looking past the Turner sky to the stipple light inside your eye. It's a museum, a frame on mine, leaving the modern world behind. The portraits in the gilt-edged frames are whispering our secret names. I don't need the art upon the wall when you're the greatest work of all, caught in a museum date with you. Varnish and velvet and holy quiet, a soft-spoken kind of aesthetic ride. Every brushstroke, every hue leads me back again to you. We're the only living things inside, in this gallery of ancient light. It's a museum, a frame of mind, leaving the modern world behind. The portraits in the gilt-edged frames are whispering our secret names. I don't need the art upon the wall when you're the greatest work of all, caught in a museum date with you. Walking through the hall, shadows on the wall, masterpiece in view, and it's only you. Museum day. Said it for you, eh? For an art like this, museum day. The wind is a razor on the corner of Fleet, cutting through the rhythm of the evening street. Whistles through the masonry and sighs in the park, chasing all the shadows into the deep dark. I'm a silhouette in motion in a world of gray, looking for a reason just to slip away. The air is biting with a North Sea chill, while the heart of the city is never quite still. A flick of the wrist and a snap of the bone, constructing a fortress to call my own, building a wall made of cotton and thread to quiet the thunder inside of my head. Oh, I'm turning up the collar of the Gabardine Guard when the metropolitan life gets a little too hard. The only shield I've got against the biting air and the weight of the city and the vacant stare, wrapped in the canvas and the double-stitched pride, with the rest of the universe locked outside. Passing the statues and the black iron gates, where the ghost of the empire silently waits. The buckle is silver and the belt is tight, tracing the edges of the London night. I can hear my own breathing in the hollow space between the stiff fabric and the curve of my face. A private cathedral in a size 42, protecting the secrets that I kept from you. A flick of the wrist and a snap of the bone, constructing a fortress to call my own, building a wall made of cotton and thread to quiet the thunder inside of my head. Oh, I'm turning up the collar of the Gabardine Guard when the metropolitan life gets a little too hard. The only shield I've got against the biting air and the weight of the city and the vacant stare, wrapped in the canvas and the double-stitched pride, with the rest of the universe locked outside. upright and I'm standing tall in the architecture of the tailored seam, shelter in the flicker of my quietest dreams. It's more than a fashion or a vintage code, it's the only thing keeping the spirit afloat. Oh, I'm turning up the collar of the Gabardine Guard when the meta-prime life gets a little too hard. The only shield I've got against the biting air and the weight of the city and the vacant stare, wrapped in the canvas and the double-stitch pride, with the rest of the universe locked outside. Collar up, world load out. No more fear, no more doubt. Gabardine Guard in the dark, a tailored spar, trench coat armor, walking on in the chrome. Collar up, collar up, collar up, collar up, collar up.
Hear the rhythm through the plasterboard, a distant heat we can both afford to ignore. The heavy bass is a ghost in the hall, while we lean against the tiles of the kitchen wall. Discarded coats on the wooden chairs, away from the eyes and the social snares. The fridge hums a lo-fi sank sheet in this wide-lit space where we're finally free. Ice cubes melting in a half-empty glass, watching the fever of the evening pass. The smoke and the glitter are a world away. There's so much more that I wanted to say. In the after-party kitchen, just us two, a secret frequency I only share with you. No need to perform or to dance in the light, we're the quietest part of a neon night. Confessions over the ceramic sink, giving us both the time to think. The party is loud but the kitchen is gold. You've kicked off your shoes on the lino floor, while someone is laughing behind the door. But the sound is thin and the air is clear, in the orbit of everything I want near. We're trading stories like forbidden notes in the pockets of our winter coats. A private universe in a breakfast nook, reading the lines of a private book. Ice cubes melted in a half-empty glass, watching the fever of the evening pass. The smoke and the glitter are a world away. There's so much more that I wanted to say. In the after-party kitchen, just us two, a secret frequency I only share with you. No need to perform or to dance in the light, we're the quietest part of a neon night. Confessions over the ceramic sink, giving us both the time to think. The party is loud but the kitchen is gold. Let them have the gin and the crowded floor, let them have the glamour and the roar. I trade the music and the midnight spark for a little bit of truth in the kitchen dark. Just a whisper and a kettle steam, living out a wide awake dream. In the after party kitchen, just us two, a secret frequency I only share with you. No need to perform or to dance in the light, we're the quietest part of a neon night. Confessions over the ceramic sink, giving us both the time to think. The party is loud but the kitchen is gold. The kitchen is gold.
creased at the elbows and cracked at the throat. A heavy gray map in a black hide coat. Bought her for a pittance in a Camden stall. When I felt 10 feet tall and meant to have it all. Sinner stale tobacco and the petrol haze is locked in the lining from the wilder days. It's got the patina of a life lived fast, a piece of the present that was built to last. The silver zips are stubborn and the pockets are torn, but it fits me like a promise that was never forsworn. It's the weight on my shoulders that keeps me upright, in the teeth of the gale in the dead of the night. Oh, it's my second skin, my armor of pride, with a million secrets buried deep inside. Every scratch is a battle, every scuff is a win, tracing the history of the state I'm in. It's a vintage defiance, a ribbing soul, a part of the story that I still control. Worn but not broken, weathered but gold, the only identity that won't be sold. Oh. To the basements and the backline bars, I slept under bridges in the Soho stars. It soaked up the sweat and the cheap red wine, and aged much better than this heart of mine. The leather is soft like a well-thumbed book, giving me back that renegade look. A shield for the ego and a mask for the fear, getting more beautiful with every year. The silver zips are stubborn and the pockets are torn, but it fits me like a promise that was never forsworn. It's the weight on my shoulders that keeps me upright, in the teeth of the gale in the dead of the night. Oh, it's my second skin, my armor of pride, with a million secrets buried deep inside. Every scratch is a battle, every scuff is a win, tracing the history of the state I'm in. It's a vintage defiance, a rimming soul, a part of the story that I still control. Worn but not broken, weathered but gold, the only identity that won't be sold. Let them keep their silk and their polished thread, I'll take the grain and the history instead. You can't buy the character, you can't buy the scars, you can't buy the feeling of the midnight cars. It's a physical weight, it's a spiritual anchor, in a world that's gone thin, in a heart that's grown blanker. Second skin, heavy grain, armor in the rain, weathered but gold. Never be sold, let the leather breathe, hand and gold. Whoa, my second skin.
Of a living stain, it doesn't arrive with a thunderclap, just a quiet cartography on a city map, low in the shadows where the sun is shy, beneath the gaze of a slate gray sky. It starts at the base of the red brick wall, waiting for the summer spirit to fall. A softish carpet in a shade of neon, something for the lonely to lean on. It's breathing deep while the city sleeps, watching the secrets the garden keeps. Oh, it's a velvet takeover, slow and deep, a green melancholia beginning to creep. Not a sudden fracture or a jagged break, just a quiet territory it's destined to take. It's the emerald stain on a brickwork heart, tearing the masonry slowly apart. Try to scrape at the dampening fur, but the lines of the edges begin to blur. It's thicker today than it was last week, a silent language I've learned to speak. Soft to the touch but heavy to bear, hanging around in the stagnant air. It's swallowed the cracks and it's hidden the ground, leaving no room for the light to get out. A softish carpet in a shade of neon, something for the lonely to lean on. It's breathing deep while the city sleeps, watching the secrets the garden keeps. Oh, it's a velvet takeover, slow and deep, a green melancholia beginning to creep. and we slowly apart. No heavy weather, no violent sound, just the mouse reclaiming the ground. They say that the stone is the strongest thing until the spores begin to cling. It doesn't fight, it doesn't shout, it just puts the fire of the city out. One cell at a time, a beautiful dread, until the red of the brick is finally dead. Reclaiming the ground, slow and deep, emerald stain in the mortar, in the bone, silent green, let it grow, velvet take over.
Twack of the cardboard in a rhythmic row, where the sunlight and the shadows go. A steady bass line in the floorboard grid, waiting for the spark to finally hit. Down a narrow stair in a Soho lane, hiding from the ghost of the autumn rain. Shelves leaning heavy with 1,000 names, forgotten poets and their flickering flames. My fingertips are black with the soot of the years, digging through the laughter and the vinyl tears, past the disco queens and the bargain bins, where the silence ends and the soul begins. A sleeve tucked away in a paper shroud, losing its voice in the digital crowd, but the font is bold and the colors are strange. A sudden vibration, a subtle change, found in the friction of a dusty crate, a masterpiece hidden by the hand of fate. The needle drops and the room disappears, washing away all the wasted years. It is the record I didn't know I missed, the greatest secret that could ever exist. Ooh, bring it back home to the wooden deck, a little bit of static on the back of the neck. The crackle is a prayer before the first chord rings, the weight of the truth that the baritone brings. It is not on a playlist, it is not on a chart, just a jagged little diamond for a heavy heart. How did I live in the silence so long before I was saved by a stranger's song? The sleeve tucked away in a paper shroud, losing its voice in the digital crowd, but the font is bold and the colors are strange. A sudden vibration, a subtle change, found in the friction of a dusty crate, a masterpiece hidden by the hand of fate. The needle drops and the room disappears, washing away all the wasted years. It is the record I didn't know I missed, the greatest secret that could ever exist. Ooh, electric piano floating through the dust, turning the iron of the soul into trust. They say that you find it when you stop the search, in a basement shrine or a vinyl church. It wasn't a choice, it was a chemical pull, making the empty spaces feel full. The art of the find is the art of the soul, a broken fragment that makes you whole. Found in the friction of a dusty crate, a masterpiece hidden by the hand of fate. The needle drops and the room disappears, washing away all the wasted years. It is the record I didn't know I missed, the greatest secret that could ever exist. Found in the friction, my master grace. Let the needle spin, let the world cease, and the black fingerprints in the paper scent. This is exactly where the music went. Found in the friction. steady kick like a heartbeat on the pavement. Two wheels dancing in a state of grace. Sharpen my pills in a fishtail coat. Check the reflection on a silver note. A dozen mirrors catching every light. I am the ghost of the Piccadilly night. Kickstart the rhythm of a two-stroke soul. Losing my logic, taking full control. Oil on the denim and the scent of the rain, washing away the everyday stain. Hear the metal talk to the cobblestone. A king of the city on a plastic throne. A spark is electric, the vision is clear, leaving the ghost of the mundane year. Flying on the wings of a Vespa dream, cutting through the dark like a laser beam. Riding bound on the edge of the blue. Nobody moves quite the way we do. Neon chrome in a velvet haze, set in the midnight sky ablaze. Parked on the corner where the jazz gets loud, floating away from the faceless crowd. A target pinned to a tailored back, running the line on the narrow track. Lambright a hum and a custom shine, drawing a circle on a jagged line. We are the elegant, we are the few, waking the city with a point of view. Hear the metal talk to the cobblestone. A king of the city on a plastic throne. The spark is electric, the vision is clear, leaving the ghost of the mundane year. Flying on the wings of a Vespa dream, cutting through the dark like a laser beam. Riding bound on the edge of the blue. Nobody moves quite the way we do. Neon chrome in a velvet haze, set in the midnight sky ablaze. Yeah, it is more than an engine, it is more than a ride. It is the feeling of having nowhere to hide. Beneath the street lamps, we are giants of steel, finally touching the way that we feel. The wind in the park, or the roar in the chest, putting the ghost of the quiet to rest. Flying on the wings of a Vespa dream, cutting through the dark like a laser beam. Riding bound on the edge of the blues. Nobody moves quite the way we do. Neon chrome in a velvet haze, set in the midnight sky blaze. Fading out to the seaside swell, ringing out like a silver bell. Chrome and mirrors, neon chrome. Into the dark we go alone. Into the dark we go alone. Into the dark. While the gravity of June is feeling dull, the clouds are bruising like a plum in the dark, in the middle of the green of a royal park. The skyline is a sketch in a charcoal smudge, with the pigeons and the statues as our only judge. We got the hamper and the lukewarm wine, claiming a square of the borderline. The air is heavy with the scent of the clay, the beautiful thread of a typical day. We saw the forecast and we know the odds, but we're ignoring all the binary gods. Oh, we're laying out the tartan on the dampest ground, while the thunder makes a low and a hollow sound. A picnic in the kingdom of the leaden sky, with a defiant little twinkle in the weary eye. Wait for the droplets, I wait for the pour. We've seen the silver static many times before. Soggy sandwiches and strawberries in the mist, a romanticized version of a weather-beaten list.
Your hair is starting to curl at the fringe, underneath the sky with the violet tinge. There's a beauty in the gloom that the sun can't reach, a quiet little sermon that the puddles preach. We're the only ones left on the Emerald Hill, while the rest of the city is standing still. The air is heavy with the scent of the clay, the beautiful thread of a typical day. We saw the forecast and we know the odds, but we're ignoring all the binary gods. Oh, we're laying out the tartan on the dampest ground, while the thunder makes a low and a hollow sound. A picnic in the kingdom of the leaden sky, with a defiant little twinkle in the weary eye. Wait for the droplets, wait for the pour. We've seen the silver static many times before. Get wet. It's the best invitation that we've had yet, to sit in the middle of the inevitable rain and wash away the dust of the weekday grain. If the clouds wanna break, let them break right here. The water is clean and the timing is clear. Oh, we're laying out the tartan on the dampest ground, while the thunder makes a low and a hollow sound. A picnic in the kingdom of the leaden sky, with a defiant little twinkle in the weary eye. Wait for the droplets, wait for the pour. We've seen the silver static many times before. First drop on the gravel, first drop on the gravel. Don't fold it up yet, I like being wet. The damp invitation, a British vacation, under the gray, we're here to stay in the rain. Oh, in the rain, in the rain, in the
Slipping on the stiffened gabardine, a silhouette I haven't seen since May. Buttoning up against the London King, in a coat of weathered battleship gray. I slide my hand into the velvet dark and feel the crinkle of a hidden ghost. A little paper relic, leaving its mark of the version of me I used to be most. Thermal ink is fading fast, a chemical bridge to a distant past. A date, a time, a dusty cost of all the moments that I thought were lost. Oh, I'm digging through the pocket archives now, finding the when and the where and the how. A crumpled receipt for a coffee for two, in a winter that still tasted mainly you, yeah. It's a museum sewn into the lining, a little bit of silver, a little bit of pining. Just a ghost in a trench coat walking the line, tracing the edges of a different time. In the edges of a different time. A single coin from a trip to the sea, a matchbook from a bar in Battersea, a folding napkin with a blurred out name, a forgotten player in a forgotten game. I remember the rain on the collar that night, the way the street looked in the sodium light. I was paying for dreams with a credit card when the rhythm of living wasn't quite so hard. Thermal ink is fading fast, a chemical bridge to a distant past. A date, a time, a dusty cost of all the moments that I thought were lost. Oh, I'm digging through the pocket archives now, finding the when and the where and the how. A crumpled receipt for a coffee for two, in a winter that still tasted mainly of you. It's a museum sewn into the lining, a little bit of silver, a little bit of pining. Just a ghost in a trench coat walking the line, tracing the edges of a different time. I should throw them away, let the dust take flight. Empty the chambers for the coming night, but there's comfort in the clutter of a life once lived, in the secrets that the Gabardine refused to give. So I'll keep the receipts and the faded ink, just to give me a reason to stop and think. Ooh, yeah. Hey, pocket archive. Hey, so just the plastic files, just the plastic files, get it? Pocket archive. Hey, so just the plastic files, just the plastic files, get it? Pocket archive. Faded and fast. In the lining of the past. Hey. Crumpled paper, velvet dark. Hey, even a moth. In the trench coat, in the deep. Hey. Leather-bound volumes on a mahogany shelf, where I'm defining the ghost of my former self. You the Latinate roots and a multisyllabic grace to mask the static that's written all over my face. A serifont promise and a gold leaf light underneath the weight of an academic sky. I've got 10 different ways to describe how I feel without ever touching the part that is real. Syllables stacking like bricks on my chest, finding the synonym to put us to rest. A precise vocabulary for a messy kind of soul, losing the spirit to maintain the control. Oh, it's an Oxford dictionary love that we lead. Ooh, 1,000-gram pages that nobody will read. Ooh, words like a velvet and an iron rock glove, defining the shadow of the thing we call love. Heavy as a hardcover, cold as the ink, drowning in all of the things that we think. An appendix of errors and a table of grief, summarizing the moments that used to be brief. I footnoted the silence and I've indexed the pain, while we're standing like statues in the library rain. The etymology of us is a tragic descent from a fire in the heart to a stale intent. We're just two readers in a cathedral of stone, searching for a language to call our own. Syllables stacking like bricks on my chest, finding the synonym to put us to rest. A precise vocabulary for a messy kind of soul, losing the spirit to maintain the control. It's an Oxford dictionary love that we lead. Ooh, 1,000-gram pages that nobody will read. Ooh, words like a velvet and an iron rock glove, defining the shadow of the thing we call love. Heavy as a hardcover, cold as the ink, drowning in all of the things that we think. Give me a vowel that is honest and raw, away from the logic and the grammatical law. Throw the book in the fire, let the definitions burn, until there's nothing but a lesson to learn. I'm tired of being eloquent, I'm tired of being smart, in the heavy-set novel of a broken heart. Oh, it's an Oxford dictionary love that we lead. 1,000-gram pages that nobody will read. Words like a velvet and an iron raw glove, defining the shadow of the thing we call love. Heavy as a hardcover, cold as the ink, drowning in all of the things that we think. Finally poetry page 904. Close the cover, lock the door. A to Z of you and me. The weight of the word, the silence we heard. Oxford Dictionary love, fading to white into the night. The end.
Top shelf for the Indies glow. A midnight secret I already know. The cardboard's heavy and the plastic is cold. A liquid story that's getting too old. 14th of February printed in black. A deadline reached with no turning back. But I leave it there by the butter and cheese. A ghost of a habit I'm trying to please. It's turned to a weight in the back of the mind. Searching for something I'm destined to find. A sensory trapped in a plastic skin. Waiting for the courage to let it begin. Oh, it's sour chemistry, a lingering dread. Keeping the things that are already dead. It should be gone, it should be thin. But I can't let the pouring finally begin. A curdled heart in a cold white light. Holding on tight in the middle of the night. To the taste of a summer that's long since passed. In a garden that wasn't designed to last. I remember the morning it tasted like sun. Before the slow separation had begun. Now it's a lesson in gravity and time. A kitchen sink drama, a domestic crime. I lift the cap and I catch the scent. A sharp reminder of where the love went. But I tighten the lid and I slide it back, avoiding the truth of the chemical crack. It's turned to a weight in the back of the mind. Searching for something I'm destined to find. A sensory trap in a plastic skin. Waiting for the courage to let it begin. Oh, it's sour chemistry, a lingering dread. Keeping the things that are already dead. It should be gone, it should be thin. But I can't let the pouring finally begin. A curdled heart in a cold white light. Holding on tight in the middle of the night. To the taste of a summer that's long since passed. In a garden that wasn't designed to last. Vessels and clear out the shelf. A bit of mercy I owe to myself. But the habit of holding is harder to break than the weight of the silence and the heavy ache. Just one more night in the chilling air, pretending the freshness is still sitting there. Sour chemistry, let it go. Watch it flow past the lake. Little too late in the white light. In the dead of night, pour it away. Not today. Sour chemistry. The digital clock takes a final leap while the office files go back to sleep. The fluorescent hum begins to fade as I step out from the corporate shade. A heavy coat and a lighter soul. The city starts its rigmarole. I reach down deep in the denim fold, touching the silver and touching the gold. The jingling weight is a secret code, the anthem of the homeward road. One little disc with a milled edge rim, making the tired eyes start to swim. Oh, the first pound spent on a Friday night is a spark that sets the weekend bright. Hear the silver friction in the pocket keep waking the dreams that the week had to keep. From the station gate to the corner bar, the richest person under the star, with the first pound down and the world on fire, fueling the engine of my desire. The pub door swings with a heavy creak, the only sanctuary that I see. Liquid amber in a frosted glass, watching the weary workers pass. That single coin on the polished wood, doing the things that a sermon should. It's not the value or the weight of the mint, it's the way the evening starts to glint. The jingling weight is a secret code, the anthem bottom of the homeward road. One little disc with a mill-edge rim, making the tired eyes start to swim. Oh, the first pound spent on a Friday night is a spark that sets the weekend bright. Hear the silver friction in the pocket deep, waking the dreams that the week had to keep. From the station gate to the corner bar, the richest person under the star, with the first pound down and the world on fire, fueling the engine of my desire. Goodbye to the spreadsheets and the cold coffee rings, to the deadline pressure and the stress it brings. I'm a king on the pavement, I'm a ghost in the street, with the pulse of the pavement under my feet. It's the currency of freedom and a brand new start, ticking like a clock in a grateful heart. Oh, the first pound spent on a Friday night is a spark that sets the weekend bright. Hear the silver friction in the pocket deep, waking the dreams that the week had to keep. From the station gate to the corner bar, richest person under the star, with the first pound down and the world on fire, fueling the engine of my desire. Keep the change, let it ring Friday. The weekend starts now, fueling the engine of my desire. Past the hydrants and the broken mower, into the dark where the pulse is slower. A skeleton key for a plywood soul, taking the fragments and making them whole. Dust motes dancing in a single beam, tracing the lines of a silver dream. The smell of the cedar and the ancient oil, the spirit begins to uncoil. Copper wires and a tangled lead, feeding the hunger that I have to feed. The static rises in a beautiful swell, deep in the heart of my wooden shell. In my plywood palace at the end of the lawn, writing the anthems until the dawn. Nobody hears the feedback scream, just the cedar walls and a silver dream. It is a secret kept in the varnish and stone, a kingdom built for the heart alone. A kingdom built for the heart alone. Cobwebs draped on a Marshall stack, there is no use in looking back. The roof is leaking a rhythmic beat, tapping the rhythm of my tired feet. Piles of notebooks with the edges torn, where the jagged little riffs are born. Outside the world is a tidy place, but here I am moving at a different pace. Copper wires and a tangled lead, feeding the hunger that I have to feed. The static rises in a beautiful swell, deep in the heart of my wooden shell. In my plywood palace at the end of the lawn, writing the anthems until the dawn. Nobody hears the feedback scream, just the cedar walls and a silver dream. It is a secret kept in the varnish and stone, a kingdom built for the heart alone. A kingdom built for the heart alone. Funky bassline through the cracks in the wall, watching the shadows start to crawl. They think I'm fixing a broken chair, but I'm catching the ghosts in the air. Between the turpentine and the garden shears, I'm washing away all the wasted years. It is not a shed, it is a launch pad flight into the center of the neon night. In my plywood palace at the end
varnish and static. The copper bell is screaming through the room, a sudden lightning in the amber gloom. The landlord's hand is heavy on the tab, closing up the pages of the city map. I see the barmaid counting out the till, while every glass is standing deadly still. The sticky wood is cold beneath my palm, in the center of this frantic final calm. The lights are flickering a binary code, a warning for the long and lonely road. But the liquid courage hit the central vein, and I can let you walk out in the rain. Oh, it's a last order fashion in the dark, trying to ignite a heavy frozen spark before the bolt is shot and the keys are turned, before the final bridge is effectively burned. Everything I never had the nerve to say, spilling like the foam before they take the train. The chairs are turning legs up to the sky, like skeletal remains of a Friday high. You're reaching for your coat of charcoal wool, while the gravity of timing starts to pull. I've got 3 minutes, maybe less than 2, to bridge the distance between me and you. The dregs of the ale are bitter and deep, a secret that I simply cannot keep. The lights are flickering a binary code, a warning for the long and lonely road. But the liquid courage hit the central vein, and I can let you walk out in the rain. Oh, it's a last order fashion in the dark, trying to ignite a heavy frozen spark before the bolt is shot and the keys are turned, before the final bridge is effectively burned. Everything I never had the nerve to say, spilling like the foam before they take the train. Don't look at the clock, don't look at the door, just listen to the truth on the sawdust floor. The hurry in my heart is a rhythmic beat, drowning out the sirens on the midnight street. If the night ends here, let it end with this, a desperate word and a frantic near miss. Oh, it's a last order fashion in the dark, trying to ignite a heavy frozen spark before the bolt is shot and the keys are turned, before the final bridge is effectively burned. Everything I never had the nerve to say, spilling like the foam before they take the train. Time's up, drink it down, the quietest part of the noisy town. One last word in the neon swell, the echo of the 11th hour bell. Drink it down before the dark, the bell, the bell, the bell. The thermostat's humming a digital light under a heavy and charcoal sky. I'm tucked in the right,
in a fortress of wool, while the rest of the room feels heavy and full of a silence that stretches across the scene to the desolate edge of a fever dream. I reach out a hand in the middle of the night, but there's nothing but air and a lack of light. The linen is smooth, the pillow is flat, a perfect geometric habitat for the ghosts of the heat that we used to share in the stagnant weight of the midnight air. Oh, it's the Arctic left, a kingdom of cold, a story of space that's beginning to fold. 6 inches of mattress, 1,000 miles wide, with nowhere for a lonely spirit to hide. I'm anchored in warmth while the other side freezes, caught in the draft of the memory breezes. Just a hollow geography, silver and gray, in the bed where the summer has drifted away. Is starting to rise, like a secret kept from my tired eyes. The cotton has forgotten the shape of your shoulder, as the nights in the city get sharper and older. I could move to the middle, I could take up the room, but I'm scared of the echoes and scared of the gloom. So I stay on my border, a citizen of one, waiting for the heat of a London sun. The linen is smooth, the pillow is flat, a perfect geometric habitat for the ghosts of the heat that we used to share in the stagnant weight of the midnight air. Oh, it's the Arctic left, a kingdom of cold, a story of space that's beginning to fold. 6 inches of mattress, 1,000 miles wide, with nowhere for a lonely spirit to hide. I'm anchored in warmth while the other side freezes, caught in the draft of the memory breezes. Just a hollow geography, silver and gray, in the bed where the summer has drifted away. They say nature abhors a vacuum, they say that the light will eventually find its way. But this empty expanse has a gravity pull, a cup that is empty but feels far too full. I'm sleeping on the edge of a porcelain cliff, with a heart that's heavy and a spirit that's still. The Arctic left smooth and cold, stories told in the linen, in the light, middle of the night. Stay on my side, nowhere to hide. The ceiling's dripping with a heavy silence, the kind of quiet that feels like violence. You're staring at the patterns on the floor, and I'm just hovering beside the door. I got a pocket full of hollow phrases, the kind of cliches that the world erases. But it's okay is a lie, I can't tell when I know you're living in a private hell. So I leave the grammar and the prose behind, searching for a gesture of a different kind. No silver lining and no grand advice, just the breaking of the social lies. Oh, it's an Amber Truce in a glass for two, a clumsy kindness that I'm passing to you. It's a bit too warm and the head is thin, but let the heavy lifting finally begin.
a sermon or a plastic smile. Let the liquid curve stay a little while. We don't need the words to make it right, just the bitter and the glow of the kitchen light. Gold, a story that doesn't need to be told. I slide it over the formica wood in the way a silent brother should. The condensation is a better friend than any message that I tried to send. You take a sip and the shoulders drop, waiting for the spinning world to stop. So I leave the grammar and the prose behind, searching for a gesture of a different kind. No silver lining and no grand advice, just a breaking of the social lies. Oh, it's an Amber Truce in a glass for two, a clumsy kindness that I'm passing to you. It's a bit too warm and the head is thin, but let the heavy lifting finally begin. Better than a sermon or a plastic smile. Let the liquid curve stay a little while. We don't need the words to make it right, just the bitter and the glow of the kitchen light. I'm no poet and I'm no saint, I can't fix the picture or the peeling pain, but I can sit here in the quiet mess and share the weight of all the restlessness. One pint of mercy in a world of stone, to let you know you're not entirely alone. The Amber Truce, warm and real, how you feel. Drink it down, no more words in the glow. Let it flow, just a glass of warm grace. The scent of oil and a ribbon's ghost, the thing that I should have said the most, is hovering over the ivory keys in a dusty room of memories. No glowing screen and no delete, just a ribbon heart of a metal beat. I feel the resistance, the tension is still before I commit to the way that I feel. The striker is waiting to make a mark, a lightning bolt in a velvet dark. One heavy press and the ink is deep, a promise the paper is destined to keep. Oh, there's no backspace for the truth tonight, no ghost in the machine to make it right. Just a hammer hitting home on a white-out soul, letting the gravity take control. If I stumble or I bruise the line, it's a permanent map of this heart of mine. In the clatter and the ding of the metal frame, I'm finally typing out your name. A smudge of black on the edge of the page, a physical sign of a restless age. If I got it wrong, well, the error stays through the ink-stained nights and the paper days. There's a beauty in the mess that I can't undo, a raw connection that leads to you. Not a polished caption or a filtered thought, but a jagged battle that's honestly fought. The striker is waiting to make a mark, a lightning bolt in the velvet dark. One heavy press and the ink is deep, a promise the paper is destined to keep. Oh, there's no backspace for the truth tonight, no ghost in the machine to make it right. Just a hammer hitting home on a white-out soul, letting the gravity take control. If I stumble or I bruise the line, it's a permanent map of this heart of mine. In the clatter and the love is a flickering light, easily buried in the dead of night. But this is a weight that you hold in your hand, a physical truth that you'll understand. The carriage returns with a metallic slide, with nowhere for the honesty to hide. No backspace. Stop to be, stop to think. Heavy hammers can't avoid. This is the end. This is the start. Typewriter true. Steady snap of a metallic zip, a cool composure on a tight-knit lip. They swagger in the morning rain, tracing the lines of a northern vein. Zip the collar to the hungry chin, where the Saturday rhythms finally begin. Olive green with a fishtail split, a tailored armor for the sharpest wit. 3 stripes glowing on the damp asphalt, a rhythmic movement without a fault. Suede gazelles in a forest shade, the only promise that we never betray. It is a uniform for the factory floor, a silent knock on a different door. Walking the line between the gray and the gold, a story of pride that is waiting to be told. In the suede and the canvas we find our grace, the royal blood of a commonplace. 3 stripes dancing on the wet slate street, the heavy heart with the river dark. We are the fire, and we are the spark. Check the reflection in the shop front glass, watching the ghosts of the weekend pass. It is more than a label, it is more than a thread. It is the word that is left unsaid, from the terraces to the underground hall. The silhouette that can never fall, clean and crisp in a monochrome world. Watch the banner of the stripes unfurl. It is a uniform for the factory floor, a silent knock on a different door. Walking the line between the gray and the gold, a story of pride that is waiting to be told. In the suede and the canvas we find our grace, the royal blood of a commonplace. 3 stripes dancing on the wet slate street, under the arc when the velvet dark. We are the fire, and we are the spark. Funky guitar with a northern grit, turning the world into a perfect fit. They call it casual, but we call it truth. The elegant waste of a rimming youth. You can't buy the swagger and you can't buy the soul of a broken town that is finally whole. Keep the hood up and the laces tight. We are the kings of the neon light. In the suede and the canvas we find our grace, the royal blood of a commonplace. 3 stripes dancing on the wet slate street, the heavy heart with the river dark. We are the fire, and we are the spark. 3 stripes on the pavement, fishtail in the wind. And where the rain stops and the pride begins, suede and canvas, northern soul, making the city finally whole. Just keep walking, keep walking, yeah.